Tonight on CTV News at 5.
Well, it's still cheaper to drive than to fly.
The open road is calling. Road trip season kicks into high gear.
Drizzle and showers remain in the region overnight before clearing into Thursday.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Pano-Palace. Thank you for joining us. First at 5 tonight, road trip report. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a cross-country trip, many Maritimers have chosen to hit the highway this summer. New study finds the average Canadian will spend nearly 20 hours behind the wheel in search of some summer fun. As CTV's Ryan McDonald reports, from stretching the budget to going off the beaten path, there are plenty of reasons to get in the driver's seat. Ryan.
Well, Maria, whether some people figure that it's cheaper to hit the road than to fly these days, or perhaps some others are simply choosing vacations that are closer to home, that survey you mentioned found that more than half of Canadians polled who are going anywhere this summer are planning road trips. Liam Scanlon is looking forward to hitting the open road. He and his wife Karen have driven to attend major events before, and the car trip they have planned for next month is a big one.
I'm going to check out Philadelphia, check out the sites there, and also the city of Pittsburgh, check out a couple of ball games, and then I'm going to go up to Toronto and see Ed Sheeran in concert there at the Rogers Centre.
Scanlon figures that the round trip will have them behind the wheel for more than 40 hours over a span of 9 days. As for why they didn't just book a few flights,
Well, it's still cheaper to drive than to fly, even though, gas prices might be going up there, but it's still cheaper endeavor to drive to these places than it is to fly.
Yesterday, the car rental marketplace Turo released its 2026 summer road trip report. It found that among Canadians choosing road trips, nearly half, 48%, chose to drive because it's more cost-effective than flying. 7 in 10 Canadians have at least 2 trips planned for this summer, and nearly half plan to travel in an SUV, with 15% taking a hybrid or electric vehicle.
Not only Canada, the Cabot Trail is one of the prime road trip destinations in the world.
The head of Destination Cape Breton says that traffic around the trail appears to be up this summer, and that right now it would be difficult to find a place to stay there. While some Cabot Trail travelers still fly in to either Halifax or Sydney, he is seeing plenty of license plates, as we often do this time of year, from faraway places.
You see them from Florida, you see them from Texas, so people are driving long distance to come to our island destination.
The study also found that Gen Z leads this road tripping trend, with more than 1 in 4 Gen Zers, 28%, planning to spend more than $5,000 this year on summer travel. The Scanlon's trip won't be cheap either, but they see it as a chance to make some more memories.
I'm very excited for it there. I can't wait to get on the road.
And one more thing, Maria. The study also pinpointed the most popular Canadian road trip summer travel destinations, and the list included Jasper and Banff, the big cities, Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver, and Prince Edward Island. So we might see a bit of extra traffic on the Confederation Bridge and the PEI Ferry the rest of this summer. Maria.
It doesn't surprise me. Thank you, Ryan. CTV's Ryan McDonald for us in Cox Heath, Nova Scotia this evening. All right, let's head over to the anchor desk where Todd Battis is standing by with a look at the headlines. Hi there, Todd.
Speaking of visitors to Prince Edward Island, a number of them from far and wide, Canada's premiers and territorial leaders are continuing their talks at their summer gathering in Charlottetown. Recent trade threats by the U.S. expected to be among the main topics. There are other things on the agenda. We'll see if they actually tackle them. We'll head to Charlottetown to hear what the premiers are having to say, especially those from our region, tonight at 6. Lots of talk today about the premier's direct-to-consumer liquor sales agreement that they were waving around with great celebration last night. Liquor sales will be available across the country. The hope is the deal will encourage more interprovincial sales, but those in the industry say there's still a lot of work to do to figure out exactly what the deal means, and we'll get the lowdown at 6. Friends and family members are remembering a cyclist who died after a collision with a truck. The 71-year-old avid cyclist is being described as a devoted community builder, educator, and inspiring many people in his community. And we will hear from them in the newscast.
I will only share
Kayla Mitchell off today. Brianne Foley standing in. Some warm temperatures, but a lot of rain in parts of the region as well.
Yeah, rain indeed. And those humidex values making things feel a little bit warmer than what those numbers have been saying for today, Todd. Of course, with that rain comes the humidity. So though those numbers might be saying 18 and 19, we are feeling a little bit warmer with those humidex values. Now, we do have a weather statement in effect still, and that's going to be for Guysborough County and Cape Breton. That's going to continue into Thursday afternoon. We should see some more significant rainfall that could see more throughout the course of thunderstorms throughout tomorrow. And we also have this severe thunderstorm watch in effect. So it is not quite a warning, but it is a yellow level watch. So that's going to continue throughout the course of this evening in northwestern New Brunswick. Possible concerns could be strong winds, large hail, heavy rain as well. So as we take a look here at our sustained winds, we are seeing significant wind along the coastline in Nova Scotia, and we are seeing those wind gusts getting up to 63 in McNabb, as well as in the Halifax area. Things tapering down a little bit as we head more inland as well. Now, watching this radar and satellite, we will contend with some more rain throughout the course of this evening for parts of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. But we should see it start to clear out later in New Brunswick. Of course, I'll have a full look at that forecast for you, Maria, in just a little bit.
There's a lot going on out there. Thanks, Brianne. We'll see you in just a little bit. Right now, though, drugs like Ozempic have been associated with multiple benefits, like cardiovascular and liver health. Now, as CTV's Pauline Chan reveals, a new study suggests another positive link connected to alcohol.
GLP-1 agonist drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy were first used in controlling diabetes, then for weight control.
We've seen how they can help with cravings related to food. And so the leading theory is that GLP-1s can affect the part of the brain that, control feeling full and feeling rewarded. And so kind of lends itself to thinking maybe that could work for alcohol and drugs.
They looked in different relevant populations. So one was a group of people with diabetes that is the primary group who these drugs are prescribed for. A second group was people with obesity who didn't necessarily have diabetes. And then the third study was interesting, was a study of people with alcohol use disorders.
U.S. researcher Emma Haller says the reduction in alcohol-related hospitalizations was significant for all three groups.
So in the diabetes and obesity medication comparisons, the risk was about 22 to 32% lower.
Toronto liver specialist Dr. Jordan Feld says the numbers were even more striking for those with alcohol use disorder.
In the alcohol group, they're actually comparing the GLP-1 agonists to treatment for alcohol use disorder. So other drugs that are used to try to reduce alcohol use in people with alcohol use disorders. And they actually found a much more significant effect, about a 2/3 reduction. So 65% reduction in admission for alcohol-related complications.
Haller says more study is needed, but this is not the first study to look at GLP-1 agonists in connection with addictions. Could these drugs someday be used in addiction treatment?
I definitely think that's a possibility. It's obviously premature. We wouldn't recommend at this point using GLP-1 specifically for that indication, but I think this study, along with some of the other published literature, really gives us a sense that maybe there's something here.
Pauline Chan, CTV News.
Thank you, Pauline. Time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. When we come back, though, lost and found.
We do try to reunite people with as much as we can and as quickly as we can.
Crew were determined to find the owner of a small stuffed donkey that was left behind on a ferry. The search for Churro the Burro's owner, next.
It's time to register your rig for the 2026 Big Rigs, Big Hearts, Big Results Convoy. Get your crew together and participate in this day of fun for Special Olympics. The 15th annual convoy rolls through Dartmouth October 3rd. Visit truckconvoyns.ca.
Welcome back. So when a small stuffed donkey was left on board a BC ferry last week, the crew was determined to find its owner. As CTV's Shannon Patterson shows us, social media helped reunite the precious plushie with its person.
For 5 days, Churro the Burro has been a maritime adventurer aboard the Salish Raven, the BC ferry that runs between Swartz Bay and the Southern Gulf Islands.
He was left on board on Thursday, the 16th. One of my crew members brought him to the office, and of course we make announcements. We didn't find anyone.
So the crew posted about the bright pink stuffed donkey on BC Ferry's social media channels.
It just blew up from there. It was amazing.
The posts have been viewed more than 1.8 million times. The name Churro the Burro came from the comment section, where users couldn't get enough of the little guy's onboard exploits.
He went all over the ship. We didn't leave him out of anything. We took him into the crew mess. We took him up to our ECR, our engine control room. We took him to the bridge, of course. He sat in the captain's chair, of course.
While the crew had fun showing Churro around, their real goal was finding his owner.
We have so many things that are left daily on board, but we do try to reunite people with as much as we can and as quickly as we can, and especially these cherished little stuffies for the little kids. Once we could find the owner, we wanted to be able to show them how much fun Churro had on board and that he wasn't sad while he was away from his owner.
Thanks to the power of social media, on Monday, they found him.
The little boy who owns Churro actually is called Alfie. He's 5 years old. And his nana came back from Mexico with Churro for Alfie and, of course, another unicorn for his sister Ronan.
The family will be welcomed on board the Salish Raven to be reunited with Churro.
Alfie and his sister and his mom will be getting a tour of the vessel as well. So we'll take them around and show them all the same places that Churro got to see.
While his maritime adventure is almost over,
Churro's still on board. He's being well cared for. He's well fed. He has an employee ID. He's very excited to be reunited.
Shannon Patterson, CTV News.
Quite the summer adventure for Churro.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that he got a pass made for it.
Right, I know. Yeah, just make sure he's accredited for the ship. All right, so my goodness, the rain was just teeming at times today.
Yeah.
More of that to come?
A little bit in certain areas, but for the most part, the system is clearing out of our region. So you know what?
That's good news.
It's not terrible. Of course, it was a great day here at Point Pleasant Park. We'll have a full look at the forecast coming up in just a bit.
Billed as a wonderful night of drag and delight, Pride Bingo is always a popular event, and this year was no exception. The sold-out fundraiser for the Health Equity Alliance of Nova Scotia featured prizes, performances, and lively atmosphere, and of course, plenty of laughs.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility for us to make $4,000 to $5,000, which will go towards our programming, including our Making Ends Meet program, which provides hygiene supplies and some food for those with HIV in our community. We also have a Pride Tour. We're going all around the province to different cities and towns and bringing safer sex supplies, pamphlets, and showing people what we do.
Of course, the event is part of the Halifax Pride events, which run right through Sunday in Brienne. There's a lot of hope that the weather cooperates with the remaining events throughout the rest of the week into the weekend.
Don't take the picture behind me into consideration if you are preparing for the weekend. Don't you worry. This will not
Unless you want the rain. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Maria. We do have some nice weather coming for the weekend, so that is a plus.
Oh, good.
Of course, today we did see kind of what was behind me, as you can see, these pigeons enjoying a rainy day in uptown St. John. They didn't mind the weather too much. Of course, we can't really see that sunshine popping through, but we know that those sunlight hours are a little bit longer at this time of year, though we start to see them getting a little bit shorter as we head later into the summer here. Now, as I mentioned, we did see some rainfall in the region, and we do have some weather statements in effect as well for today. That's going to continue into Thursday afternoon for Guysborough County and Cape Breton, just mostly along that coastline because the system is still pushing along the Atlantic Ocean, so that's why we're going to continue to see some of that rain activity through those parts of Nova Scotia. We only have one yellow level alert to talk about, and this is a special weather watch for severe thunderstorms. So we are continuing to see some activity that could bring thunderstorms into the northwestern portion of New Brunswick. So possible concerns are those strong winds, large hail, and heavy rain at times, as well as, of course, lightning and thunder. So we are continuing to monitor that system. It is a fast-moving system, like I said, but that watch is still in effect at this time. As we take a look here, we can see a little bit of that activity moving through northern parts of New Brunswick. And then we are still seeing some radar and satellite showing some rainfall along the coastline in Nova Scotia and coming through to Prince Edward Island. So for the forecast for tonight, we could still see some of those scattered showers coming across, especially along the coast in Nova Scotia into the early hours of Thursday morning. That will pretty much clear out of New Brunswick, as well as western parts of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. Still going to hang around a little bit, like I said, along that coastline for Nova Scotia and into Cape Breton before the system clears out as of Friday. So our wind gusts are going to change direction as we head a little bit later into Thursday. We are going to see northwesterly winds coming through Thursday afternoon, pushing the system out, and then they start to taper off as we head into the forecast for Friday. So what does Wednesday night look like? Well, we are seeing those showers clearing. Again, that risk of thunderstorms for some, especially in northwestern parts of New Brunswick, as well through parts of Sheet Harbour and into Cape Breton. For tomorrow, we are going to see mainly sunny skies throughout most of Cape Breton, a UV index of 7 as we head into Thursday. For the southern portion of New Brunswick, we are going to see those showers clearing in the early hours of the morning. Much the same over in Prince Edward Island. A few scattered showers remaining for the morning on PEI. And then as we head into Cape Breton, we are going to see that wind continue, periods of rain, as well as we still have that weather statement in effect. Some drizzle and fog patches for central and eastern parts of Nova Scotia. And then as we head into western parts of Nova Scotia, we will see that fog throughout the course of the morning before that clears out, and we see some drizzle and showers remaining a little bit, but pretty much pushing out into the early afternoon, late afternoon. For Friday, though, things are back to sunny and beautiful. We have some warmer temperatures settling in up in northern parts of New Brunswick and pretty average type temperatures as we head throughout our day on Friday. Time now to check in with our weather watcher for today, and we have a drawing from Brooklyn Cameron from Wheatley River PEI. Brooklyn has sent us a drawing of playing in the rain, which is very fitting for today. So thank you so much for sharing that, Brooklyn. We think you did a fantastic job. And if you would like to be one of our weather watchers, please send your weather-related drawing to CTV Weather Watchers at P.O. Box 1653. Fitting drawing for today, Maria.
Yes. Perfection. Thank you very much, Brianne. All right, so a country music star's trash may just be another person's treasure. As CTV's Curtis Goodrum shows us, Brett Kissel and his family held a garage sale in Edmonton this week.
This for free.
Oh, thank you.
Is that good?
My son will be very happy about that.
It's a country clear-out sale. Country music artist Brett Kissel and his family are hoping their pop-up shop will be a barn burner. They're hosting a garage sale at the A.J. Otwell Community Center.
I come from a family of hoarders. Like we thought that we're pretty organized, but we just have so much stuff that we've accumulated over the years.
We're selling furniture and all our old toys and some clothes, shoes, old hats, and we've made a lot of money so far.
That money will benefit 2 local charities, Alberta Dreams and Golden Circle of Champions. They both help sick kids fulfill their wishes and dreams.
Georgia. Thanks, Georgia. Great name.
Thanks.
Great tats, too.
Thank you.
Okay, what do we got in here?
Kissel is already making some fans' dreams come true by hosting a meet and greet.
I mean, I've been a fan of Brett since I was little, and then I just found it really cool that I could have like a, I don't know, personal experience with him and just say I've been to his garage sale.
We love Brett Kissel. We just wanted to meet him and come see what he had out here and support him. And I know it's all going to charity, so why not support charity?
It's really, really cool to actually have a visit with people. Sign some autographs, too. We've been having fun.
Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
Thank you very much. All right, time for our final break here on CTV News at 5. When we come back, though, we'll look into retail theft on the rise.
It's very scary. It's a massive upswing.
Merchandise is just walking out the door. A big problem for big box stores. Next. Welcome back. A string of retail thefts have put police across the country on high alert. As CTV's Vanessa Wright reports, it's a problem experts say is only ramping up.
Retail crime has been climbing to new heights.
If you ask any store, it's definitely been a problem.
Cases from coast to coast show it's only getting worse. On Monday, Halifax police arrested a man and woman accused of going on a shoplifting spree at Sephora over a 2-day period.
As security had gone through their footage, they also discovered that they had been responsible for 2 other thefts from 2 different Sephora locations.
They walked out with more than $10,000 worth of merchandise, and police in Hamilton, Ontario, recovered more than $300,000 worth of stolen hardware. 32 people were busted for that organized retail theft, targeting the building supply retailer.
Why it's happening, we really don't know. Probably a combination of, making it tough for people to make ends meet, but also just the ease with which criminals can do it and sell the merchandise online.
Retail experts like Bruce Winder believe there should be tougher penalties for those who commit retail theft, and says government should consider bail reform.
So that if you do commit a crime like this, you're not getting out, so we need to toughen those things.
Whether you're a consumer or business owner, Halifax police say if you see something, say something, but they warn to never approach a suspect.
Not to say that everybody's dangerous, but you just don't know one person from the next of what they're capable of. So if you do see something that is concerning, just notify store staff and let them handle it.
To hopefully stop a crime in its tracks before it happens again. Vanessa Wright, CTV News.
Thank you, Vanessa. Concerning problem for sure. All right, a lot of us thinking about the weather today. We saw a lot of rain coming down super heavy at times, and maybe a little more of it, but you're saying as we head to the end of the week, we might see a little bit of a switch?
A little bit of a switch. Some sunshine's coming into the region, of course. We are going to contend with this overnight, especially in Nova Scotia.
Okay.
But as of tomorrow, we should start to see the system really push out of our region, and a beautiful sunshiny weekend ahead.
Well, I certainly like the sounds of that. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful night. You'll be back with Todd at 6 o'clock.
You got it.
We'll see you there, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Good night. The national news is next.